Yahoo! Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It is your favorite Poke Plumber. For today's Poke Plumber share of the day, yeah, that's what we're going to call it. I just want to share you something really neat that I actually picked up in a trade. So just take a look. As many of you know, Ancient Origins was one of my favorite sets of all time, and we were able to land the beautiful Lugia EX full art from Ancient Origins in a PSA 10. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could only see the texture in person, how much this card pops, this was truly one of the main cards that started this entire journey of mine. So really happy to get this back into the collection. The price is absolutely bonkers compared to what I sold it for back in the day, but really excited, really grateful to add this stunning piece back to my collection. Maybe we'll put that right there. Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It is your favorite Poke Plumber, fleshing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hope you all are doing very well. Doing well myself. We have a thrilling one today. I mean, a lot of people have been leaking it, so I got permission from the upstairs to release it all. So I will be going unedited about the booster boxes, but I'm gonna save that for last. We're going to talk about a good amount of stuff. I have notes today. Yeah, but before we get into that, let's do our giveaways. Guys, Gomez and his team gave us this to throw into the giveaway. So we're giving a really cool milk carton from the Sword and Shield era with 7 Sword and Shield packs, a perfect order booster bundle. Congratulations to the one, to the only, M. Nugent. Congratulations, M. Nugent. All you have to do is shoot me a message on Instagram or email me to claim your prize. And ladies and gentlemen, I was going through a bunch of inventory and I found a poop ton of these boxes, and I said, you know what? I'll share one with you guys. Back then, no one wanted these. These were on clearance for $11.99. But guys, I'm going to give you, this is Minty Mint, because I took this out of a case. This is a Minty Mint Scizor EX collection box. Oh, it has a Evolutions, Fates Collide, Sun and Moon base, and a Steam Siege. Nobody wanted these back then, but I'm pretty sure these are pretty solid right now. So if you want to win that booster box, if you want to win that collection box, all you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification. Say it with me now. And then you're just win a Scizor collection box. If it's free, it's from me. What is up, everybody? Let's talk. Let's get into the nitty gritty and let's just have fun, because that's what it's all about. You know what? What I was thinking before I get into what makes sense, what we're buying, this, that, hoopla, I want to tell you guys a little bit of story. Okay? A little bit of story, a lot of bit of story, a story. So I remember when COVID happened, right? Times were like this. They were crazy. They were hectic. Everything was going up on a daily. Things were getting manipulated, but no one knew about it. No one would talk about it. And everyone was just taking their profits, right? We heard stories back in the day when the Pokemon Go thing happened, and that's all anyone was comparing COVID about. And I remember I had an Arceus box, right? Platinum Arceus box. And at the time, I paid $336 or $360, something around that. And I remember going to my nearby store, which was the worst thing I could do at the time, and I ended up selling it. And I got a couple grand. And I was thrilled. I was happy. I was excited. This was the most money I've ever had, right? And I ended up selling a Red Cheeks Pikachu for a lot of money. I sold a first edition Eevee from Jungle for a lot of money. I was selling base set cards, shadowless cards, and I was absolutely killing it, right? But in theory, guys, I think all said and done, I made like 4 or 5 grand during this COVID boom. And I saw so many people making way more than that. They were selling these boxes, base set boxes that jump from, $1,000 to $36,000. We're seeing first edition Jungle boxes, 5Xing, 6Xing. We saw all these boxes going crazy. And I remember sitting there after I sold everything, and I was like, you know what? That next boom that happens, I want to do better than I did now. I didn't have the collection that I had now. So I was like, there will be another boom. Things will calm down, but I want to be able to accelerate and do what I never thought was imaginable. And, prices were getting so high on your older product. Black and white skyrocketed. I remember Dragons Exalted going through the roof. I remember XY boxes went from $80 to $120 to $250 for an Ancient Origins. And I remember sitting there saying, okay, if vintage is going to become so out of reach, where can I buy things and stack up on? And in the future, it's going to have a lot of potential. And I remember it took me everything to swallow that pill and freaking buy a Primal Clash box for double than what I bought the first one. Buy more Roaring Skies for double, triple than what I bought, right? And then after COVID happened, what I realized is all these vintage boxes calmed down. But now we had Primal Clash, it went up to $450, $400, right? We're past COVID now. This is when things are dropping, things are tanking, right? Vintage is dropping, vintage is tanking. Platinum era is still consistent, so I'm like, okay, I'm realizing my mid era is still going up. At the time, it was mid era, not vintage. Black and white, it dropped a little bit, but still held pretty strong. It was really stagnant for years. I remember Legendary Treasure shot up to like $2,000, and it stayed $2,000 for like 3 years. And I remember Sun and Moon. I remember watching Cosmic Eclipse. I remember people complaining about Cosmic being a $200 box for a brand new set, right? It's crazy. It's crazy to me. We're going back, baby. And I just remember I was like, all right, I'm going to keep buying stuff. I don't have to rush, right? Things are bad right now. I'm just going to keep adding and adding and adding. And now we're in this boom, right? And if you have any newer people here, I don't want you guys to get discouraged. It's kind of like the same situation. You're like, all right, I just got in this hobby. I don't have as much as I thought, as much as I wanted. But now there were times when I bought at highs back then, right? And today's high makes that high seem like absolutely nothing, right? I'm trying to make you feel a little bit better. Things will eventually drop. Things will eventually, I'm not going to say crash, but they will get low again, right? Times will not always be this beautiful, right? It won't always be this liquid, this easy to sell stuff. I mean, during the bad times, the only thing that you could sell was booster boxes. Selling tins near impossible. Selling blisters near impossible. But I just remember working so hard to accumulate, and I was focusing on only 1 hour or 2 hours away because I felt like that was the cheapest place to put my money. So now if I was in your guys' situation, I'd be buying up the Scarlet and Violet. I would be buying up the Sword and Shield, right? Hoping for things to drop, hoping for things to crash, right? We don't want to crash, but we want more consistency. We want things to calm down. We want things to grow normal, how they used to, right? There's still a lot of people here. We don't know what's going to happen after the 30th. We don't know what's going to happen in winds and waves, but that makes it fun, right? Who knows? There could be another boom that makes this boom look like absolutely nothing. Heck, there could be 10 years of darkness and misery, right? That'll be too just for many of you. I hope you guys stay, because that's when you'll do the best. But don't get discouraged by this boom. Don't get discouraged by everything being insane. There's always a way to have fun, right? With Pokemon, you can enjoy it many other ways. You can do, ancillary product. You can do posters. You can do advertisements. You could do video games. You could do plushies, right? There's so many other things you can do. But the goal is always slow and steady, right? Ride every wave. When it's up, you buy a little bit. When it's down, you buy more, right? You just have to learn. But don't get discouraged by how high prices are. Don't get discouraged about sets coming out at these crazy prices. But for now, we have to adapt and we have to just accumulate it. We have to buy it, right? Right now, this is a perfect example. Charizard UPCs. I remember when they were released, right? I remember I pre-ordered a couple of them off of blowout cards at like $210 a piece, right? There was so much hype behind it. There was so much FOMO behind it. Everybody wanted it. And then it got released. And then it got released more. And then it got released more. And then it was on Target shelves. Then it was on Walmart shelves. Then it was all over the place. And nobody could sell them. And nobody wanted them. And at that time, I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? Promos of Charizard are awesome. But at the time, everyone was so sick of Charizard. They're like, we're getting too much Charizard, right? It was the Charizard fatigue era. That's what we called it. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, is it always going to be Charizard fatigue era, right? I can buy these cases for $280 a case. And this is a case of 4 of them. I'm like, how is that not a fantastic buy? How is this not going to be a great product in the future? Because I remember there was this Charizard GX box, right? Didn't have the best pack selection, but I remember it being on clearance at Walmart. And it had the Charizard GX promo with the red background. And I looked back to that item, and I remember this is like probably 2022, 2023. And I remember looking at that box, and back then I bought that box for $19.99, maybe even on clearance for cheaper. And during that time, they were like 140, 160, 180 a box. And I said, nobody wanted that. And now people love it. You know, you had so many new people come in the hobby. You had so many people, start collecting and getting more and more into Charizard, right? People come back into the hobby, and of course they want Charizard. So I said, this could be the same situation. Things are getting dark right now. Nobody wants to be here, but the new people come back are going to want this Charizard UPC. It's an abundance, and nobody wants it because it's an abundance. Now, one UPC is selling for $600. Wow, $600, right? So that means cases are selling for over $2,400, which is absolutely incredible. We knew it was going to go down in history. The pack selection S tier. And now I fast forward to now, and I look at the UPCs that are out now. I look at the Prismatic Evolutions UPCs. And yeah, they're expensive. They're high 200s, but you're seeing people not want them because they're around in abundance. And it kind of goes with the same thing, right? It's in abundance. Nobody wants it. Prismatic in a couple years, the chase card is through the roof. All the chase cards are through the roof. If you pull a God Pack, look how much money it is. So you can't sit here and tell me that a Prismatic Evolutions product that's in abundance right now in, let's say, 4 years, right? Because that's how old the Charizard UPC is. Imagine in 4 years what that box is going to be. We talked about things now having a higher buy-in price, but still having fantastic growth. Look at the Mega Charizard UPCs. That might be one of your best buys right now. We all know people love Phantasmal Flames. The boxes are $425. You're getting Phantasmal in that box. You're getting Mega Evolution in that box. To me, is the best Bane set. You're getting Destined Rivals. You're getting Surging Sparks, which is the biggest sleeper. And then you're getting Journey Together, which is, it reminds me of like a Chilling Reign. It's better than people think. The Charizard UPC is another item that's just going to grow and do fantastic. I love that Charizard promo. I think the art, Shinji Kanda, everybody loves him. That art for the Oricorio is going to age well. Those two UPCs, just because no one wants them now, doesn't mean it shouldn't be a big part of your collection. I have stacked up on the Charizard UPCs. I have stacked up on the SPCs. I show you guys what I have. I just think these are some of the items in 4 years. Buy-in prices are higher. It's tough, but in 4 years, it's going to do the same thing as that Charizard UPC that nobody wanted from Sword and Shield era. Pay attention to it, add some, and just see what happens. That's it. It's usually when things are in abundance, nobody wants it until they do. And that's probably the biggest thing ever, until they do. Like, we're seeing Paldean Fates go absolutely wild right now, right? Someone made a deal with me, and then I was buying these packs off of him, and he was available a week later, and then like he just stopped answering, right? That's what happens. That's what I don't care. I'm no skin off my back. But this is just where this hobby is right now. Once things jump in a week, they're like, oh my God, more money, right? Everything is still growing. 151, stagnant right now. Let's see how long it stays stagnant. But I know in the future, it's going to be like an Evolutions. I know the pack of that is going to be like Evolutions, right? And there's a little too much confidence there, but it's just time in, time again, same song, same dance, same thing every time. I've been having a lot of fun with the XY full arts, right? I love those cards. They're beautiful. But when I'm looking at the price of these things, I'm like, holy crow. I called these before anyone was, right? Back then, Nomics Podcast, long time ago. I was talking about them. The XY full arts were so cheap until they're not, right? We were talking a lot about Sword and Shield alt arts. Populations are way higher, but the Sword and Shield alt arts are going through the roof right now. Tina, over 3K. Moonbryon, Moon Kitty, baby, over 5 grand. What usually happens when these chase cards go through the roof? The sealed follows suit. Right now, we can't ignore Sword and Shield. Right now, we can't ignore Scarlet and Violet, especially the booster boxes. Like, I didn't say this in my last video because I was told not to. But now they said, Nick, everybody's talking about it. Even Danny Phantom talked about it. We were first to market, baby. But like, guys, I was told for the next 2 to 3 years, no more booster boxes. And that's how they let off. And I'm like, wait, ever again? No more booster boxes, like ever? He's like, no, no, no. He's like, you're gonna get your first wave. Sometimes you'll get your second wave. And then after that, it's completely done. It's ancillary product. And he's like, this is gonna last for a long time. Pokemon's gonna continue printing the ancillary product. It can get into more hands in their head, right? And that's what they're gonna keep doing, spreading it out, spreading it out. So now I look at booster boxes and I'm like, okay, if more people figure this out, like I'll never hide anything from you guys, but the more people that figure this out, booster boxes are going to be coming out at a higher price and a higher price. And they're going to eventually hold more of a premium because everyone loves collecting booster boxes. I mean, the Mega Era doesn't look that great, but together it kind of looks good, right? Like we warm up to it every time. No Pokemon on the front, but it's no surprise. They're getting away from the booster boxes. I don't think they're going to get rid of them as a whole. I think that would be one of the dumbest things ever, right? Like booster boxes were one of the first things I collected. Yeah, I love my slabs. Yeah, I love ETBs, UPCs, but like this is always the cream of the crop. So I don't think Pokemon's going to get away from them entirely. But I do know that we're not going to see reprints for a couple years. And that's kind of terrifying. Like we know this set's going to come out. Everybody's going to want them. Stores are going to hold a little bit more because they know they're not getting them because Distro's getting the information, sharing it with everybody, and Distro has that relationship with Pokemon. So we might see like these really good sets. Who knows, the Rayquaza set, if it's stacked, booster boxes might come out of the gate at like $300 freaking dollars. And that sucks. That really sucks. But in order to obtain these things, you're going to have to shell out the money. And a lot of people have fatigue over it. Believe me, I hear a lot of people saying, I'm done. I don't want to collect anymore. I'm taking a break. And that's fine. You know your own means. You know your own headspace. If it's affecting you negatively, then yes, maybe back away a little bit. But I just know from me as a collector, I'm like, shoot, I'm going to have to work harder in order to get these booster boxes. I'm not getting the amount of cases I got back then, but I'm still making sure I have a decent amount for the future, right? Like I like ripping stuff. I ripped a box of Surging Sparks with my son the other night and my daughters, and we had an absolute blast. Didn't hit anything, but we still had fun. Like I like being able to do this because I knew I was in those boxes for cheaper. It's becoming a different ball game. Like we're just going to see so much ancillary product. Like, is that going to change the price of the bundles? And a lot of people do complain about the ancillary product because it's like, okay, Walmart sells 2 million packs, and 90% of it's botted up. It sucks, right? So we're like, where do we go to get the product at a fair price? But there is just no fair price. And I shouldn't have to sit here in front of you guys and say, well, we're going to have to buy a booster box at $300. I kind of think that's bullshit, right? I still mean that. I just figure it out. I sell other stuff that went up so I can buy the newer stuff for cheaper. I plumb a little bit harder than I want to. And it's still for this product, and it's been a merry-go-round forever. But at the same time, I still have fun doing it. Yes, I complain about the prices, but I've changed the way I thought. Booster boxes might even become more premium in the future, right? Because we don't know how many are being printed compared to all this other product. Heck, who knows? There might be the lowest amount of Mega Era booster boxes so far compared to the Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield era, right? They're just not printing the booster boxes. So now it gets a lot more people's attention. But at the end of the day, maybe 1% of the collectors are even watching this video, right? So you have that chance. You have that opportunity. I don't like selling booster boxes, but I bought these 3 lots. So the past week or so, I've been selling on my Instagram. And guys, it's selling pretty fast. Like I'm almost done with the first lot, and then I'll put the second lot in my story and that'll sell out. But it kills me when I sell booster boxes. But sometimes you buy things to sell it, right? Just never go into your secret stash, you know? I don't know. Times are changing. We know it changes. Sword and Shield, still S tier. And Black Bolt White Flare, guys, if we really don't see any Black Bolt White Flare, it's just like anyone I talk to is looking to add stacks and stacks of Black Bolt White Flare. But nobody has it. Nobody has it. So the Unova region, baby, we like it. We love it. The hits are great. Opening that set is a lot of fun. It's going to age super well, just like Crown Zenith. Like opening Black Bolt White Flare reminds me of opening the first print of Crown Zenith. It is fun. It's exciting. So really make sure you pay attention to Black Bolt White Flare. I might end this video and go buy more Black Bolt White Flare, right? I feel like I don't have enough compared to everything else because they just didn't slam us with the printing, right? Like, I don't know. Chaos Rising is going to go down for me, guys. Personally, I'm just full honesty. Chaos Rising, I love. I've had a lot of fun opening Chaos Rising. It really makes me feel like we're in the Kalos region, right? Like we're in Lumio City, the background, everything. I had a great time opening it. I still have fun opening it with my kids. I like that set a lot. I think in the second wave, if I see boxes somehow hit 190, if they hit anything under 2, then yeah, maybe it's a move on it. But I do have a feeling, right? I do have to talk about this with the 30th celebrations. 30th celebrations is going to be printed way more than we anticipate. Like I've been telling you guys, everyone expects Ascended Heroes get prismatic treatment. I don't think it's happening. But I do know I've heard this from a couple people, a couple stores, a couple distributors. 30th anniversary, in theory, should be plentiful. Just keep that in mind. But no matter how plentiful it is, ETB is probably going to come out the gate, $150. If it comes out a little early for some people, $200 ETB. The prices are going to suck. That is going to be the item that I say dollar cost average from beginning to end. People are going to complain now. The promo, the Espeon, the Umbreon, it's S tier. I don't even want to think about how much people are going to charge. I know stores not even doing pre-orders on this set because they know they're going to kill it. It freaking sucks. And it reminds me of so much of the 25th anniversary. But I will tell you one thing. During the 25th anniversary, I remember UPCs. And I remember I was able to get the first couple boxes for really cheap. New World Manga, shout out. But anytime after that, I was paying like $220, $250 for a UPC. They were really hard to get, right? They were very short printed. And they stayed that way for a year, 2 years, 3 years. And next thing you know, they start shooting up, shooting up. And now what are they, 13, 1400? That gold Zard in it is going for a fortune. Like, put it in your collection and then have the patience. How many people are truly going to have the patience and be here for the 35th anniversary when that thing is quadruple the price that it is today? It's all about patience. Be okay with buying a case of Chaos Rising in a couple weeks and then putting it away for 4 or 5 years. And then you can enjoy it. Create that nostalgia, open the set, have fun with it, create those core memories. So then in 5 years, you look back and you're like, yeah, I opened Chaos Rising with my brother, my sister. I was in a dark place and I opened Chaos Rising and I freaking pulled something. But look at how far I made it today, right? You can, even if you're going through negative stuff, in the future, you can associate it with positivity. There's always a turn on it, baby. It doesn't always have to be negative. But yeah, fun, simple episode today. Just wanted to get that booster box thing out. Like they told me not to tell anyone, and then I see everyone make videos about it. So I guess I was the only one that like was loyal. I don't know. Oh man, I don't know. I do know. I'm having fun. XY full arts. They're so nice. They're just so freaking nice, man. Like, I just want to show you this. Like, I remember pulling this bad boy and being so excited. Like, like these full arts, they pop and you can still buy them cheap raw, baby. Raw, babe, raw. What is going on? Oh man. I mean, I'm excited for the Darkrai in perfect order. I'm sorry. Pitch Black. Like, I'm excited for it. I want to pull it, but it doesn't give me like that, like, I need to have it. It doesn't give me that I need to have it. Like, I saw that Japanese Storm Emeralda for the Rayquaza set, and it has like a Mega Ray on it. I don't know if it's AI or what it is, but like, I got excited for that. That brought back feelings, right? Hey, for everyone busting my stones about my AI thumbnails, 3 kids, 2 jobs, own a plumbing company, do Pokemon. It saves me an hour from creating a thumbnail. I apologize, but it saves me time, and then I can put out better content for you guys. So stop complaining about it. It's not that deep. Yeah, that's all I have. Destined Rivals, still solid. Surging Sparks, pay attention. Pay attention now. Surging Sparks booster boxes. And guys, Mega Evolution base, if we're really not getting any more booster boxes of it, what the heck are you waiting for? It's the best Mega set. Lucario, Venusaur, battling in the city of Lumios. What? I don't know. So far, guys, In the comments below, let me know what your favorite mega set is. If you're here, say booster box, or what booster box do you want to add to your collection? If we know it truly is going to be a shortage of booster boxes being printed, let me know in the comments below what booster box is mainly on that list. I don't know, for like the 10 of you that are still here watching, I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and for everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. This is going to be in pitch black, so that's why I chose this one. Bastiodon. 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 This Pokemon is from roughly 100 million years ago. Its terrifyingly tough face is harder than steel. Whoa. Say it with me now. Bastiodon. Bastiodon. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys truly are the very, very, very best.